talked in the past about hobbies, and hobbies are things that you do that you really like to do, like maybe your hobby is reading, or maybe you collect things. I like to go and look for river glass or beach glass, and also rocks. So what we have here is an old creek bed, and so water used to flow through here, and I'm hoping that as we walk we're going to find all kinds of maybe pieces of river glass, old glass, and also some exciting rocks. So let's take a walk and see what we find. Okay, let's see what we have. What can we find here? We're going to find some fossils. I already know because I've wandered in this creek bed before. So this one, as you can see, has all kinds of, so this is an old rock, has all kinds of fossils in it. Sometimes I pick up rocks just because they're pretty. And here's a really interesting one. It's tiny, but also old, lots of fossils. I'm going to put that one in. I carry a bag with me because you never know. So, okay, really. Oh, look at, okay, look at this. This is river glass. Look how old that is. We'll talk more about this later, but it's really smooth because the water rushing by smooths it down, so we're for sure gonna take that. Okay, let's see what else we see. Okay, what? Oh, okay, sometimes I see this and I think, oh, okay, that's probably green glass, but it's not. So we're just gonna keep looking. Okay, okay, here's some glass, but you know what? I'm not gonna keep this one because look how sharp that is. So this one is not old. This is, somebody probably broke this down here not all that long ago. So I'm actually gonna throw this up here where it can't hurt anybody. We'll keep looking. This is a little bit older, but still I would be a little bit afraid to keep that. So we're gonna put that where some people can't get hurt also. Okay, let's walk a little more. So I'm finding all kinds of rocks that I think are interesting. I'm not gonna take these home with me because they're really big, but look at the layers in this rock that have developed over time. That's really heavy though, so we're not gonna take that. And then this one, look at this one. Almost looks like a piece of candy. But I like all the layers in that one, and I think I will take that one home, so I'm gonna put that in my bag. And then if you look around, look at all the different colors of rocks. That's what another thing I think is interesting. I found this one and I like this. I like the colors that are in that. So yeah, we'll wander just a little bit more. What we're looking at now is where the creek has run through in the past and may actually still run through again. There's a little bit of water around us, and you can see rocks poking out of the mud up above, and I just have a feeling if we came down here and really dug, we would probably find all kinds of cool fossils, maybe some quartz. Okay, as we've been walking, we've been seeing a lot of different kinds of rocks, and this is shale, and I have a feeling that the water running through probably splits it. And if you look at this, it's like putting a puzzle together. So not all rock is really hard. Okay, look at how weathered these rocks are. Look at the cracks in these. And all the way through. In fact, they almost look like trees, like bark on trees. I just think that's really interesting. I am so excited that you went along with us down the creek bed. We walked a long way, and we picked up a lot of river glass, and we found some quartz that I'll show you, and some fossils. So I'm excited that you came along, and we will show all this to you when we're back at the house. So we're back at the house, and in just a few minutes I'm going to show you some of the fossils and some of the other rocks, and some of the beach glass that we found too. So first let me read a poem about doing exactly what we did. This is called Rock Hunting. Once in a while I'll take a walk where the old creek used to flow. I try to find rocks that are different, so I look down and take it real slow. I'll look for fossils that show us where tiny animals came to rest. And maybe I'll find some sparkly quartz. I like those rocks the best. I like to find rocks that look like hearts. Those are very special to me. I might like some rocks for their colors, just because they're pretty to me. Sometimes my fairy garden needs rocks, so I might bring some home just for them. So my fairies have plenty of places to rest when they're tired and the sun's getting dim. I must remember to empty my pockets when my rock hunting day is done. It might seem silly to spend it this way, but for me, rock collecting is fun. And it was fun when we were out there. It was cold. You saw us all bundled up. So let me show you some of what we found. First of all, down in front, we have this big rock. We brought this one home. This one's going to go in the fairy garden. But you can see the different layers of rock here, and almost like shelves. And we thought that one was really interesting, so we brought that home. And then we brought home a lot of rocks that have fossils. There's a good example all over the place. And then we have this one. And hopefully you can see that. That's a crinoid. Really, really old. And we were showing you some slate yesterday, and so here's an example. We brought home some little pieces of slate to show you. And then just sometimes I like rocks just because they're, like my poem says, I like the colors, and I thought that was really pretty. And we have some more fossils in here. And then we have, same thing here. And this I've never seen before. And this is actually in the shape of a star. And that's a crinoid, and it's really impressive. I've never seen anything like that. So I'm really glad we went out there the other day and spent that time with you. We did find some quartz, and I'm gonna show you some quartz in a minute. So I don't know if you've heard of geodes, but these are what geodes look like. These are also fun to find, and we found one of these out there one of our last trips, and I still haven't opened it. But we have a couple here, and they're actually lightweight. You would think they would be really heavy, but they're not, because they're kind of hollow in there, except for quartz, sparkly rock that's inside. And we opened some, and we'll show you what that looks like. To open it, we used a hammer and a chisel. And I've actually got some pictures of just starting it. If I can pull that up. Okay, there we go. Okay, whoops. So holding it, and I've got the chisel and the hammer ready to go. We're trying to kind of scratch in a line so we can hit it just right. Tap it so that we'll be able to get to the sparklies inside. And let me show you actually what some of those look like. Okay, this is the one we opened today. And then there are pieces of it. We opened this one too. This is a smaller one. And then down here, so let me show you. Let me shine a little light on it. And this is the one, by the way, this is the one that we found when we were out there yesterday. And you can see even, there's just a little bit of sparkle in there, but it's still really sparkly. And then just quickly, I wanted to show you some of the glass that we found. And if you're out there looking for beach glass yourself, whether it's on an ocean beach or a river beach, you need to, if you're little, you need to get help before you touch anything. Generally though, beach glass is really smooth because it's been bashed up against the rocks for so long. And we even found this in that same area where we were with you. And it almost looks like a marble. I'm not sure what that was at one time. And then just pieces of glass, and we can tell because they're really smooth, that they're really old. So I like that too, but I really love looking for rocks that are different. So I, again, am so glad that you went with us out to the creek bed to look for fossils and for a little bit of sea glass. And I hope that if you go out rock hunting, that you also find some very cool fossils that you can maybe bring home and keep and study. So 143, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.